Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to DirtyHotte's Captain VOIDERICA build. If you want to throw your shield, like Cap himself, on your Titan in Destiny 2, then you've come to the right video. Let's go, let's dive right into it, and let's talk about the super. For the super, we're running Titan, so we're running Sentinel Shield. And yes, the bubble might still be stronger for my playstyle, but with Sentinel Shield, we have a throwing shield, and that's what we're gonna use with Captain VOIDERICA. With the super out of the way, let's directly continue with the abilities, ladies and gentlemen, and give me your thoughts. I mean, Ice is a Titan lover. He might have some thoughts of that. The abilities: Strafe Lift, Towering Barricade, Suppressor Grenade. The Suppressor Grenade is actually pretty useful if you don't suppress yourself. And of course, for the Captain VOIDERICA shield, the brand new Shield Throw, the melee of Captain VOIDERICA. We continue with the aspects first. The aspects of Captain VOIDERICA: Control, Demolition, Abilities, and Volatile Explosion. Make targets volatile, which is even volatiler with the volatile explosions. And you get health on explosions. I hope I written that down correctly. Then we have Bastion. Casting Barricade grants overshield. Barricade slowly regenerates overshield. And you will see how that all comes together, how it clamps in together for Captain VOIDERICA, because that is one of the most fluid, ability-based builds you can run right now in Destiny 2 Witch Queen. And if you like fluids and fluid builds, please leave a like. I know your stepmom likes fluids. It might have been too much. We might get banned sooner or later for that shit, ladies and gentlemen. With the aspects, what do they actually do? Let's have our first arrow. Okay, so our aspects go into that arrow is basically for all our abilities. Those aspects give you overshields, explosions, and healings. That's the stuff you want to have. So, class setup, super abilities, aspects, that leaves the fragments. Fragments, I would like to run Echo of Exchange, melee kills, grant grenade energy. Then Echo of Leeching, melee kills, start health regeneration. And Echo of Undermining, and that one is really great, grenades weaken targets. So all of those interconnect your melee ability and your grenade ability, and having a suppressor grenade also applying weaken to enemies is huge in Witch Queen. That's really huge, especially for the campaign. So that said, we use all those fragments in combination with our abilities to soften the enemies, with the nade, and then finish them with the Captain VOIDERICA shield throw. Next one is the exotic, and Ice already knows which exotic. I tried a lot of different exotics because I wanted a build where the shield throw really shines, so that you really get that Captain America, Captain VOIDERICA feel. And it just didn't work as I wanted it to work, okay? Until I pulled out Heart of Inmost Light. So using any ability empowers the other two abilities. So that basically means empowered abilities have faster cooldown, melees and grenades do more damage, and barricades have more hit points. And with that, with Heart of Inmost Light, that's when it really comes together, okay? When you start pushing your abilities with each other, having those cooldowns, having it nearly all of the stuff up all the time, that's when it's really great. And Heart of Inmost Light, that's the core of the build, okay? Faster cooldowns, higher damage, rotate your abilities. Okay, rotate your abilities, and I have the arrows here because that's when you can set up your engagement. That's basically how I do it, okay? Towering Barricade first, Suppressor Grenade next, and Shield Throw to finish them up. Here's a free DirtyHotte tip, okay? You can run the exact same build, the exact same setup. Change Suppressor Grenade to Axiom Bolt, because you have that now as Titan, and run it in PvP. It's fun, okay? Throw down your barricade just to buff your grenade. If you have a radar ping, throw your Axiom Bolt in that direction, and if it's in a hallway, for example, and you see that Axiom Bolt is tracking somebody, push after that Axiom Bolt and throw a shield in the hallway where Axiom Bolt is going. You won't believe how many double kills I got like that. Weapons. I make weapons quick. Okay, so Monte Carlo is absolutely the go-to for the shield throw. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown, and you have the chance to fully refresh your melee ability. That's pretty nice. Increased weapon damage from melee kills and kills with this weapon. In case you don't want to run an exotic for that build, you can also use Wellspring. That's a bit weaker than Monte Carlo, and of course you can use as a secondary something with 1-2 punch to make that shield even stronger. So here's the weapon synergy. More shield throws, more weapon damage. I just like Monte Carlo for that one. It's just like when you hear that pling and your melee is ready again. Let's continue with the mods, and I make that quick as everything today. The mods, that's what I run, and you can switch that up a little bit. We will talk about a few tips in 5 to 10 seconds. So I like to use a double grenade kickstart because I have more stuff going into melee energy. That's why I like to have here a grenade focus. And you might have to switch that out for other activities when you need modifier mods. Double outreach is pretty nice because then I can reduce my melee kind of on demand, and we will use the towering barricade all the time anyways. Bountiful wells in combination with melee well maker gives you 3 wells every time you have a shield throw kill, or every time within the internal cooldown. Then I run elemental charge because then I get charged 2 times charged with light when I pick up a matching well. Why do we use elemental charge? Because I run heavy-handed. Heavy-handed is pretty expensive, but that really gives you 50% of your melee on melee use, and that's huge, and it comes cheap. So that basically gives you immense uptime on all your abilities. So that's why I say it, I think over here, even faster abilities with that one. And with the whole bunch of these mods, all that combined in that build, that is basically close to 100% uptime for your abilities and a super fluid gameplay if you're looking for ability focused build. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up with the stats. I make that quick. More priority wise, mobility isn't that important. Resilience kind of for your barricade, but I would prioritize discipline and strength, and right now my discipline and strength is pretty balanced. I think both are around 70, and that works pretty fine with that build. That works pretty fine. You can switch out 1 melee wellmaker for seeking wells, so the wells come to you. For the campaign, I actually switched it out. So I removed seeking wells for a second melee wellmaker because I have the feeling that in the throne world, in the campaign, seeking wells is pretty buggy, right? It seems to get stuck everywhere, those little buggers. That's why I switched it out, but it's actually seeking wells is pretty helpful. Yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. DirtyHotte's Captain VOIDERICA Titan build. It's also very important that you scream from time to time, for VOIDERICA! For VOIDERICA! Yeah, that was... we hit something.